everybody, it's me, AkashaWolf. I think actually while I was doing my videos, there's something in the shower behind me, like, spirit-wise. I heard something moving around in there, and I was like, what the freak? So I had to turn around and check. Because necessarily I don't like having the curtains closed, because I'm a very alert person, whether you are physical, human, or spirit. I don't like being necessarily bothered when I'm doing something. So I had to check in there, and so I brought my dog in so he can keep his eyes and his ears open, because they're like little freaking spirit monitors, and I can see and hear spirits and stuff like that too. But I feel that they only will show themselves so much and stuff like that. They can actually hide themselves and everything like that. And my dog, it seems like they can't hide. They can, but like it's harder, But yeah, like I'm sitting on a toilet, you guys. It's not like it's open and I'm going to the bathroom in there. It's I'm just using it as like a chair. And then the background is pretty good. But yeah, I'm sorry. I always do that. Why? But I do it. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry I say sorry so much. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I said it again. Anyways, I need to stop. Right now I want to talk to you guys about love spells. Now, this is any and all kinds of love spells. Love spells can be freaking done as simple as sugar, as simple as your mind over matter, and stuff like that. Me, I've kind of almost grown out of doing spells, but not really, because I think the only time I really do spells is when I'm helping other people, or when I'm doing like banishing things and cleansing my energy and stuff like that, and giving thanks and everything. But usually a lot of the stuff I do now is mind over matter, or if it's just needing a bit of a push, I will do a spell. So I don't always I don't do spells to necessarily get what I want. So for example, with my acting and modeling and stuff like that, I don't do a spell to have someone pick me for a hair show and stuff like that, because I don't feel much of success in that, within myself. It makes me feel like I'm not doing a good job, I need them to approve of me because they feel that I'm worthy of the job, or I'm what they're looking for. And that's something you guys need to learn as well. And the reason why right now I'm talking about love spells is because I'm talking about spells with you guys and stuff like that. So when it comes to love spells, you guys have to think a lot about what you're actually going to be wanting this for. Do you want the love spell to attract somebody in particular, or do you just want to be more open to love? And if you want to pick someone in particular, which a lot of witches that you might ask, especially on SpellsOfMagic.com, will try to talk you out of, it's only because you're messing with someone else's will, and everyone deserves free will. And us who know how to, basically play with it, it's our responsibility to, look at that and think about how would we feel if we knew that someone we cared about was actually using something against us to actually get us to feel that way about them. We wouldn't like it very much. So if you put yourself, sorry, I kind of spit. If you put yourself in their shoes, then you can probably understand it better. But some of you guys are really just, you feel within you so much that this person is perfect for you, and that you need them so bad, and you just want them so bad, and you long for them, and you waited for them for such a long time, and they used to love you, but you don't understand why they don't love you anymore. You guys, it's hard for me to tell you what to do about this, because loving someone can be so strong to where you do not see the stuff. You do not see what is really happening, or what you're really doing or thinking. And it's actually not love, but an obsession. And there's this one quote that I like to read about, and it's to love someone is nothing. For someone to love you is something. To love and be loved is everything. And that is so very true in a lot of things. Like, you can love somebody, but it's just you and it ends there. And it's good to have people that love you, and maybe you don't love them back, and you know, them loving you will actually, you know, bring good things to your life, and they'll always be there for you. But if you, this is like, I had something in mind. Give me a second. All right. If you truly love somebody, this is something I had to learn, and I'm 17, you know, and a lot of you people are like, well, this isn't necessarily your place whether to talk about love or not because you're so young. And I don't feel that I'm an expert, but I'm telling you from what I felt and what I've learned. I had fell for someone, you know, pretty hard. And I'm not the type of person that, you know, falls and, like, you know, I actually try to keep away from that because I know that that people are hard to trust and stuff like that. And that's, like, not a good thing to think, but it's reality. You know, you can't trust a lot of people because ultimately people want to survive. And people like to get what they want, and a lot of times they feel lying is the solution. So, me, with this person that I had fell for, I had actually liked them a lot. And it was weird, the connection we had. They were actually my opposite when it came to my zodiac sign. I liked them so much. It's not that I liked what I saw, or necessarily like the personality, which I did. I liked all that. I loved all of that. And I loved just them, basically, ultimately, like everything about them. But the way I felt around them, their pool, and how they made me feel, like, in my heart and around me just felt so great, you know? And this wasn't like, you know how sometimes we can look at celebrities and we can be like, ooh, you know, they're so good looking and stuff like that, and we get attracted and we want them, and sometimes we have dirty thoughts about them. I may be 17 and I may be young, but I, like, you know, sometimes do get those, like, sort of thoughts in my head, and that's normal, you know, hormones. But I never ever had that thought about them. Like, they were someone I actually, like, would not have that thought about them. Their presence and being near them was, like, enough for me. You know, made me feel great, made me feel good. And you know, at the time I thought, you know, they cared about me the same way, and I opened up so fast, and I think it was too much, you know. And it was just great, you know. And I actually did kind of become obsessed. But I did love them, and the reason why I say this and how I know that I did is because there's certain things that you need to understand when you do love somebody. And they were like my first actual, like, fall for type thing. I never told them how I felt about them because I knew for a fact that they did not feel the same way about me. Because after some time that we had spent with each other, you know, just, you know, as friends and stuff, it was sort of like a attraction thing that they had, but they actually cared for someone else. And it's crazy because this person easily would fall for somebody else, and it just seemed like it was impossible to ever care about me that way. And I accepted it, and it did bother me at first, and it did take a little bit for me to understand this. But you know what? If I truly love them, then I need to be able to let them go. And you guys probably hear this a lot when you want to do a love spell for someone in particular. But if you truly, truly love somebody, then you will not be selfish, because it is kind of selfish if you force someone to love you. If you truly love them, then you're able to let them go. And knowing that they're alive and happy is good enough. And that's how I feel about it. It's a selfish thing to actually, like, perform a love spell on somebody, because then you must not love them that much to let them go. Because if they don't love you, then you're going to be lying to yourself for a very long time. and it's going to affect you sooner or later, because you know what? Karma is a mofo sometimes, and they will send someone your way that you will truly freaking love, and will truly freaking love you, and there's going to be problems, there's going to be obstacles, and this is something you guys need to think about. You need to think about love spells in a very deeper way before you perform them, and this is the type of spells when it comes to attracting someone in particular. And I'm sorry if some of you guys are like, I hear this all the time about love spells and stuff like that. I'm just telling you my feelings and how I feel about it. I do know how to do spells like that, and I do give, you know, information on it and help people out with it, but I do not like to perform them for them. Usually they have to be here and I have to help them do it and stuff like that. They can use my energy, but all I'm going to be is a battery for them and a teacher, you know, to help them do this. But think about it, you guys. Think about, do you truly love this person, you know, or are you just being selfish? Do you love them for them, or do you love them in a physical, sort of lustful way? That's not love, okay? Love is to want to give that person everything. Lust is to take everything away from them. And if you feel both or don't know what you're feeling, then you're lost. That is something that I heard on this one movie called Original Sin, starring Angelina Jolie and Antonio Banderas. And that movie I really, really love, because it does have a lot of meaning to it. And it's kind of a little bit dramatic on how much he loved her in that movie, because her name was Bonnie in there, and Bonnie's a really pretty name. I love Bonnie. And it's just, I feel that maybe watch some movies and stuff like that, you guys, to kind of, you know, look at love in different ways. Another one would be Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind is a really good classic movie with basically understanding love, you know. If you haven't experienced it, once you have and you're able to learn from it and, like, you know, move on from it, then you actually learn, you know, and you have an understanding, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. And think about it. Do you love yourself as well? Do you love yourself enough to be able to move on and try to find someone else who's going to love you back? Which I had actually, you know, just moved on after, you know, I realized to myself all this stuff. You know, because I do love myself, and I do feel like I deserve, you know, to be loved, but it's not something I'm necessarily looking for, and I kind of try to avoid, which is not a good thing, because I do have my mind really set on my career before loving another, like a guy and stuff like that, and making a family and stuff like that. It's a lot of really complicated stuff, and I'm 17. I'm not ready for that right now. I need to basically live my life, as in I need to find my place in this world before I can include other people like that in my world. But yeah, you guys, Gone with the Wind, starring Clark Gable and Vivian Lau, or I don't know. Extremely beautiful people. Clark Gable is 100% man. Red Butler and Scarlett O'Hara, 100% woman, 100% man. Woo! And I really, really love that movie, and I really feel that those characters and just that story embodies me, or just life in particular, really well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long, but I'm trying to, like, smooth things out for you guys, for you to understand. So goodbye, everyone, and let me know what you think. How do you feel love should be? And do you feel that I'm too young to understand it? And so anyways, bye and blessed be, you guys.